Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the greatest shows of all time, and of all the different areas in the show, the air temples have always been my favorite, so I'm gonna build them in my Minecraft world. But I'm getting kinda tired of doing so many builds that have no real function, so this time I'm gonna build something really special on the inside. But first, we need to build the main island, and that's gonna need a lot of materials. So I guess let's just start at the top. I should have plenty of stone here. Never mind. Problem solved. Only 23,088 items left to go. Should be pretty easy, right? All that's left now is around 13,000 andesite. That's kind of an overwhelming number, so let's just get started. This is taking way too long. Is there another way we can do this? So if we combine diorite and cobblestone. Whoa! This is gonna save me so much time. Something is wrong with this build. I'm not sure where this came from, but you should probably do what it says. Now that the foundation itself is done, we can start adding in some of the details, starting with the water features. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Whoa, it's so cool that the bone meal spawns coral because we're in the coral biome. It looks so much better. Now that we've filled in all the water, let's switch our focus to these things. Based on our reference image, I'm gonna use this block palette. And then in addition to that, we can use a bunch of dark Brazilian accents. Uh-oh. Problem solved. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda hate this. Let's tear it down. Let's come back to this a bit later, hopefully when we have some more ideas. In the meantime, let's switch our focus to what I want to put on the inside of this build, which is a massive villager trading hall. So let's start by collecting a few villagers. Bro, how did you get here? There's nothing for miles. Have fun, I guess? Transporting villagers is a total pain, so we're gonna need a few random things. A bunch of rails, some iron, cobblestone. Oh, we're out of obsidian. Okay, let's start building the villager breeder. Before I run to go get the actual villagers, we need to put a nether portal inside this area. So now we can go through here, break this, write down these coordinates, and now let's just head back to my spawn nether. So we can go up onto the roof and rebuild the portal up there. So if we go through here, it should drop us at the farm, okay? Good. I guess it's time to go get the villagers. This is always the worst part. First, we need to set up the nether side so when the villagers go through the portal, they don't just run away. So now I go down here with this very humane output chamber. Now we put this guy in this boat. Okay, now for the fun part. You see that portal all the way over there? That's where we're going.
Kill me.
I'm gonna make a composter with a little platform here. Now I'm gonna surround these guys, break this, through the portal you go. Why didn't he just go through the portal? What is happening? Yo, what the heck? This one didn't go through either? I'm gonna relog and see if that's the problem. Oh, I think you went through. All right, I'm gonna break and then reactivate this portal and see if that changes anything. Go through the portal. I have no idea why this isn't working. Let's give him like a small amount of space on both sides so he can kind of walk around a bit. But for now, let's just go through and start fixing the other side. Our only problem now is that our villagers are still stuck on the other side, and somehow the one that was already here decided to go back. It's still this stupid problem child. Why won't you go through the portal, man? What if I put him in a boat, and then I boat him into the portal? Oh my god, it worked! Oh wait, I don't want to leave the shulker here. Now let's break this before anything else can go wrong. Here's how this farm works. First, the farmer villager breaks crops to make food, and then they distribute it until each villager has 10 bread in their inventory. When the babies are born, they try to run to the beds to bounce, but fall into this water track, where they're pushed into a bubble elevator and carried to the output chamber. So now, we can start working on the actual trading hall, and while we do that, these guys will start to output us a villager army. But while we AFK the villagers, if you're watching this video early in its release, then there's still a chance to sub before I hit 30k. Ever since I Since I was a kid, it's been a dream of mine to get a YouTube rank on Hypixel. So if you'd like to help me make my childhood dream come true, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. Before we go any further on the inside here, we need to start mapping out the actual shape of that chamber. I want there to be a staircase that comes out like right here. Oh, sorry, villagers. Thank you for taking care of my blocks. I want an elytra to be kind of a requirement for navigating this build, because like it's an air temple. Of course you need air access to use it. Wow, it's starting to look great in here, except that it's way too dark. I don't think staircases are supposed to be floating, so it looks like my design is going to have to change a little bit now that we've actually built this bottom layer. But that can be a problem for future Banyan. For now, I'm out of moss, and we're going to need a lot more, so let's go upgrade my moss farm. Because right now, the output looks like this, and we need like 10,000 moss, so this is not going to work. So what we need to do is take all these hoppers down and replace them with a couple single item sorters and a box loader, so that I can just walk up and grab full shulkers of moss. The hardest part about designing this system is that this machine outputs so many items that we need 2 separate processing tracks. So although I initially thought we'd only need 1 auto-firing dropper, we're actually going to need 2. So now the items will come down from there into these auto-firing droppers and then they'll get pushed out. So what we need to do in front of these is create a water stream. And now we need to take a couple of these item sorters and place them inside this water track. I think at this point in the process, I can combine these 2 output streams into one so that we only have to build 1 shulker box loader. I feel like a good place for the output would be like right here. So what we're gonna do is place a chest and grab some glass. So now we drop down here and we can build this little glass chute thing. And now what we're tasked with is taking the item output from right here and moving it over to there. Looking at the way hoppers are shaped, if items are in a water stream getting pushed up here, these like little ridges in the hoppers are going to catch items. So what we need to do is make sure that the hoppers that we feed the items into this with don't actually ever interrupt the water stream. Okay, soul sand. Oh. Wow, how convenient. I forgot that I had this big patch of soul sand here, although we do still need some kelp. Now we can go back down, place that there, put glass here and here, and place kelp all the way up, which is going to turn all of this flowing water into source blocks. Now any block that ends up here will go all the way through this water stream and up there to those chests. And we're done. Now we have all the moss we could ever need. And while we AFK the moss farm, I want to tell you a story. I found content creation when I was at rock bottom in my life. I was barely passing my college classes, and honestly, I was completely miserable. But making videos changed everything for me. It gave me a reason to get up in the morning and completely changed my life. And I wanted to give that opportunity to all of you. So I've spent the last few months combining all the lessons I've learned about content creation into a comprehensive starter guide designed to expedite your learning process and teach you all the things that you need to be aware of to make good content. And I've also created a private section in my Discord to ask me questions directly and talk content, because I love this stuff. So check out the link in the description if you're interested. But before we start working on the actual cave interior, we need to move our nether portal to a more convenient place. Oh, I guess it has to be totally square. There we go. I think the easiest way to start the cave interior is to place rough outlines for where we want the walls to be. But now that we're done with the framing, we've got another problem. 50% of these walls need to be andesite, and I don't really have any because we use it all on the mountain. So with the power of editing, I'm going to fill all these shulkers with andesite. Ta-da! I totally didn't have these shulkers prepared already, because that would be lying. And I would never do that to you. But what I will do is spend 10 hours placing blocks on the inside of this cave. I really hope it doesn't take that long. Okay, well, we've made a lot of progress with the interior now. You guys are not supposed to be here. That was a little close. You guys hear those zombies in the walls? Or is that just the dementia setting in? No, it's definitely zombies. So I think... I'm not gonna bother fixing that hole yet. Alright, I'm gonna just start bowing these creepers because I don't want to blow up my walls anymore. This is revenge for Philza's Minecraft world. So we may have finished lighting the interior of the walls, but we kind of created another problem. Dude, I didn't even hit it. What the f- Look at how many holes there are. All I can think of while I'm doing this is that filler soundtrack from Naruto playing. Do 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 do. Our next course of action is to decide where we want to put all the villagers. I think our best bet for that is just going to be that every other block all the way around this room. That was really close. Almost had another hole over here. Holy sh! Making these little cubbies in the walls took 30 minutes. Imagine how long it's gonna take to put a villager in all of these. Oh no. So I kind of messed up by putting all these villagers here because we actually need them to be here, but they're up there. Hello, sneaky creeper. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by those creepers. Our next task is to take all these stupid villagers and bring them down to here so that we can start putting them in these holes in the walls. I added this fence gate so that we can regulate the number of villagers that fall down into the output, because if there's too many in there, they'll just suffocate. And we don't really want that. But that doesn't really help us solve the problem of all the villagers that are already up here. So what I think I'm gonna do is pop in right here, write down the coordinates, and then drop down here. Now I need a sign and water. So we're gonna fly back to here, place our sign there, and then place a single water bucket so they don't just die of fall damage. Okay. Cool, he didn't die, but this is gonna be funny to watch. How did this guy get here? Real quick, we need to replace this glass block with a top slab. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I messed up. Okay, oh wait, I made a mistake, and it looks like I need to go back to my base to get some powered rails, because nothing I want to do here will work without powered rails. It's kind of annoying how far our project site is from my main base. It's literally on the polar opposite side of the area I've explored. Before we do anything else, I'm gonna ditch a lot of these random items that I just don't need. Now we need some torches and some powered rails. Okay, let's head back. Do I have any name tags? It doesn't look like it. We can name tag this guy later, but for now, we're gonna call you Ramus, okay? Okay. So now we take one of our non-powered rails. Now a powered rail there. Now we break that one, put the button there, the minecart there. Okay, so here's our first victim. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a problem because basically all of these cubbies have a lot of open space behind them. I think instead of going cubby by cubby, I'm just gonna run around the outside and fill in everything. No! Where did he go? Oh, okay, that's not too bad actually. Oh, what a gentleman. He walked out of the annoying spot. Eventually, I'd like to add a permanent lighting solution using some natural lighting blocks, but for now, this is fine. Wow, that lighting ring actually makes this area. Bro, it's raining creepers. These are unsafe workplace conditions. I might have to report this to the Child Labor Bureau. Third time's the charm. Maybe this villager will finally be the first one to not teleport out of his box. Bro, this villager will be the first villager to not teleport out of his box. Let's go! No way. I accidentally skipped 2 blocks here instead of 1, and then that messed up the other side as well. Whatever. I don't feel like fixing it. I know I'm gonna be sad later if I don't fix this, so I'm just gonna do it. Turns out this spot is still messed up, but I'm not gonna do this a third time, so let's just get back to the villagers. With all the villagers in place, it was finally time to start giving them their professions. This is definitely the part I'm looking forward to the least, but before we start working, we need to get some information. In total, we have 125 villagers to work with, and of those, 50 need to be librarians. For the rest of the villagers, the counts are a bit more arbitrary, so I just used this guide and roughly guessed how many of each we should get. Okay, our first order of business is to craft all the profession blocks, starting with the smithing table. Next up is the blast furnace, which needs iron and smoothstone. Now we just need some string for the looms, 3 barrels, 2 cartography tables, 5 fletching tables, 5 brewing well, I guess we need to go get some blaze rods. We just need 1 more rod. Maybe this guy would like to donate one to us? If he can stop being above the lava. Let's go. I know I haven't had a build to show you guys for a while. I got kinda depressed and didn't work on videos for like 3 months, but now I'm back, and I'll have a super cool build to show you guys soon. But we still have a lot of work to do, so let's get back to the build. It looks like Rammus has multiplied, but it's okay because I have the original Rammus saved right here. But even though Rammus is safe, we've got another problem. Much like my main base with all the hoppers, villagers cause a lot of lag. However, by placing a magma block below a profession block, we can nerf the AI of any villager connected to it and reduce the lag that they create. So at the end, we'll need to place magma blocks underneath all the profession blocks. Alright bro, give us a useful enchant. I mean, I guess we'll keep infinity. That zombie really needs to shut up. You are too annoying to be allowed to live. Whoops. I'm getting so bored of this. But the good news is that there's only 6 enchants left to go. 1 hour later. Blast protection, my king, deliver me from this boring activity that I don't want to do anymore. 2 hours later. Please. 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 Okay, yes, I'm done. I'll do this tomorrow. Okay, let's get back to work. Oh my god. We got it. We got it. It didn't even take that long. Let's go. We're done. Finally. Our boy Rammus is looking a little bit lonely, and I think this pigman might be the perfect friend for him. But he needs a name. I christen you the Guardian of the Cave. Before we can cure all these villagers, we need to lock in a few specific farmer trades. The first is bread. Then we need to get pumpkins and melons on the next 2 levels. And now we need to do that 10 more times. Ugh. I hope you listened better than the last guy. Now we need to cure all these villagers. And to do that, we need a zombie. Good thing my walls are a mob farm. Please enter my minecart. Thank you, sir. Now we just have to hope that this fall doesn't kill him. But now we have a different problem. Curing all these villagers is gonna take around 1,000 gold ingots. And I have 17. And there is no shot I'm gathering all that manually. Like, this is way too slow. But gold farms have always had this weird minecart mechanic that I've never really understood. So we need to figure that out first. All the minecarts are in the kill chambers, which probably means that they have something to do with entity cramming. But that gives me 2 other questions. How many do we need? And how do we actually place them all on 1 rail? It looks like we need 25 minecarts to trigger entity cramming. But how do we actually place them? Can we push them onto the rails? No. Or use a dispenser? Also no. Oh, we can just right-click them. The first time I tried to build a gold farm, I gave up because of the minecart mechanic. So we've already got some magma blocks, but this is nowhere near enough. So let's go get some more. I think I have the rest of the materials in my base, except for one. This farm has to be built in a nether waste biome, up on the nether roof so that pigmen are the only mobs that can spawn. The number of mobs out here is getting kind of ridiculous. All these poor villagers forced to stand for all eternity on the infinite expanse of the nether roof. I don't think it matters for the rest of the villager types, but we're gonna have to cure all of our farmers and librarians. All we need to do is put the zombie adjacent to a villager and then fly away, so that he de-aggroes from us and kills the villager. Creeper. Oh! Then we can come back, remove the zombie, and... Oh, that's bad. It's fine. I've done this enough times. I know exactly what to do. What? Oh, I'm so dumb. At least this has an easy solution. Look what I'm going to do to your brethren. This is what I will do to all of you if you displease me.
Be free!
I am incredibly exhausted. This was supposed to be my day off, but this morning my work scheduled me, so I had to go in. Oh my gosh. Bro, even the minecart hates me right now. Why won't you kill him, bro? Can you believe how incompetent that zombie is? Yeah, exactly. Are you serious? Oh, wait, is it the slab? Mystery solved. Oh my god, I let another one out. Are you kidding me? I'm so tired. I just want to be done with this stupid task. We've made a lot of great progress, but I'm too tired to keep going, so let's pick it up tomorrow. I'm really glad that this phase of the curing process is a little bit easier. All we have to do is splash the zombie villagers with a potion of weakness and then feed them golden apples. And now we play the waiting game. Wow, look at that. All of them are cured. Great job, guys. And now we just need to do the same thing for the librarians. Honestly, whatever happens, it can't possibly go as bad as it did with the farmers.
What? No!
I'm pretty sure that killed 2 villagers. Wait, did we not lose any? Oh, let's go. I've been working on these stupid villagers for over a week now, and I really want to be done. So let's cure these guys. Okay, we're finally done with all the villagers. What a great feeling to be free of the worst part of this video by far. We need to find a permanent place to put the zombie. I think we're gonna put him down here next to Ramus. Okay, so let's make a little zombie cave. Boop. In he goes. Okay, now we can move on to the part of the build that I've been looking forward to for the entire time, decorating the inside of this cave. We already have plenty of moss from the farm, so to start, I'm gonna use chunk base to find the biggest lush cave that I can. And then we're gonna strip all of its natural resources like America in a country with oil. Oh wait, I forgot part of this joke. USA military outpost. On second thought, this cave is kinda dogged. No spore blossoms here or here. Oh wait, there's one. But that's nowhere near enough, so let's try a different cave. Ooh, axolotls would look great in the lake. Yoink. Okay, these caves have all been terrible. Let's try some deeper ones. Okay, this is more like it. Got it. Ooh, okay, this looks pretty promising. But how do we get those flowers? Oh no, the fish! No. Hold on, fish. Help is coming. Oh shit. On second thought, I'm not gonna die for some fish. Good luck, guys. You got this. Hopefully that'll be enough spore blossoms, because I really don't want to do that anymore. Let's just start by adding in some coral. I think this needs some sea pickles. How did this guy get here? How's it going there, mate? You're looking a little stranded out here. Allow me to help you with that. Okay, that's a big improvement already. I want to release all these axolotls, but I'm not totally sure if they'll despawn, so let's name tag them just to be sure. Be free, my brothers. That helped quite a bit, but this area is still missing something. So let's take some time to think and add some trees in the meantime. Ooh, I know what this area needs. Let's try adding in some cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. I also finally thought of a lighting solution. So as I built the lower section, I added verdant frog lights covered by moss carpets. No, stupid Enderman, stop breaking my blocks. Die. Give me my freaking moss block back. With the bottom section completed, it was time to move on to the part that I'd been dreading the most. Not only are these walls absolutely massive, but their funky shape adds an extra layer of difficulty. At the beginning, I was pretty much just freestyling with no real plan, and that's reflected in how erratic my building was. But over time, I started to catch my stride and the magic started to flow. Now that the cave is done, we can switch our focus to the final stage of this build, starting with the surface of the main island. We've already got almost all the items that we need, but we still need a lot more dark prismarine for the towers. And this guardian farm is way too slow. So let's build a new one. Now we can just disable the mob switch, and AFK for all the prismarine shards that we need. But to craft all the dark prismarine, we need black dye, which we can get from my squid farm. Wait, where are all the squids? I'm pretty confused, but I have an idea. Let's toggle the mob switch and also kill a bunch of the squids spawned in the spawn chunks in case they're taking up the squid mob cap somehow. Okay, that seems to have worked, even though it makes no sense. Next, we need smooth quartz. And fortunately, we've got tons of max level stonemasons now, so we can trade for all the quartz we need, and then just fly over to my super smelter to turn it into smooth quartz. And now we just need to grab a few random items, and we're ready to start building. The mob spawns on this island at night are kinda ridiculous, so eventually we'll have to do something about that. I've put a bit more thought into it, and I think I have a better design for these towers now. I swapped out the block palette for something with a little more variety, and changed up the design to use a bit more gradual of a gradient. I have a super cool idea for the main tower. I think we should recreate the main avatar temple with all the statues of the avatar cycle in it. I also have a cool idea for a door design that's a lot like the one that Aang had to open with airbending. It looks like we have everything that we need for the door except for item frames. Part of this design that we interface with is an item frame with an arrow in it. So when we right click and rotate the arrow in the item frame, it changes the redstone signal strength that the comparator outputs, which allows us to build a circuit where the door only opens when the arrow is in a certain position. Oh, wait, this doesn't work. There we go. In this piston setup, we have to make sure that the front piston is powered first so that when they're pushed forward, they immediately activate. Additionally, we want both sides to open at the same time, so we have to artificially delay one of them. Okay, this is super close, but we still need to finalize the delay. My initial idea was to just add extra redstone dust, but using repeaters would be a lot more effective. Oh my god, it works. It actually just works. What the heck? This is amazing. But we still need to make the door usable from both sides. Now, does this timing work correctly? It looks like it does because of this repeater. So it's adding one more tick of delay to these pistons, which is good because we want that piston to be activated about one tick sooner. Does this now work for both? It does! Wait, it just works? It looks like for this side, they do have a bit of an offset delay. I think I could drop a couple of repeaters here. Okay, it's really close. I think one repeater is the magic number. Let's go! So now we can walk in, close our door, and then go up into our temple. Now we just need to clear some space up here for the staircase. And now that we've got some room to work with, let's go back down and build our way up, starting with the floor. I'm not sure if slabs will work for this part because we might hit our head going up the staircase. Never mind. So now we can continue the slabs going all the way up. And while we're at it, let's finish this floor as well. I think it needs a foundation of mossy stone bricks, but then also a bunch of moss and some regular stone bricks as well. Now that I see this floor with a bit more block variety, I think the staircase needs the same treatment. So now let's finish the walls of the staircase and light the whole area up. But before we start building the tower interior, I'd like to go get the armor trims that we need for this room. The first one that I want is the silence trim, which can only be found in ancient cities. Let's just carefully cover this guy. Now check the area to make sure there's not a second shrieker. So let's get... Oh, there he is, that sneaky bastard. There's two of them. I think we're fine now. We are not fine. I swear I covered those two shriekers. Maybe there's a third somewhere, but I feel like it's basically impossible to tell. Oh my god! I don't hear him anymore, so I think he's gone. I don't know if I've ever felt this much anxiety playing in this hardcore world. So the strategy of spawning the warden and immediately hiding until he goes away did seem to work. Okay. I really do not like hearing these sensors. Oh, fuck me. And this is where I made a huge mistake. Thinking I had spawned a warden, I dug into the wall, hoping to escape, but unknowingly sealing my fate, because this wall is not an exit, and a shrieker is positioned right on the other side, causing me to spawn the warden I thought I had just escaped from. And instead of escaping, I'm trapping myself right next to him. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. I have the city on both sides of me and bedrock below me. I have no idea what to do here. Well, waiting longer is not going to help me. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Please. This is my last totem. Please. Please just let me get away. I'm not dying for an armor trim. Fuck that. Holy shit, I've never been more scared playing this game in my entire life. Let me out. I don't want to be underground anymore. Oh, thank you, water. Never again. Okay, I think we're gonna have to change our plans a little bit because we need some armor trims that aren't gonna kill us. So I spent some time looking through all the armor sets and decided to go for the Vex and Tide trims. Let's go for the Vex trims first because I found a woodland mansion right next to the Guardian farm while I was building it. So let's just start there. We should take this pretty slow. I don't really want a repeat of what happened in the city. Ooh, I have an idea. Burn. I do hear some guys. Oh, there's our first one. Sounds like there's one above me. Oh my god, that was much more than one. Okay, so in the wiki, it said that the best place to find the armor trim was like behind some cobblestone thing. But I don't know what cobblestone thing is being referenced. Maybe this? Ooh. We found it. Let's go. That was so easy. Goodbye, mansion. And sorry to the Lorax for the fire that will probably spread to the forest. Now we can switch our focus to the Tide trims, which can only be looted from the corpses of Elder Guardians. This shouldn't be too difficult, but we do need a few blocks to get into the temples. We need some redstone, some moss, and some TNT, and also some milk to get rid of mining fatigue. There's a really easy strategy for dealing with these. All you do is place blocks like this, TNT, redstone. All right, now we have a 20% chance of being done with just this guy. F you. Just for that, I'm gonna go kill all of your Elder Guardian friends. No armor trim yet. Come on, bro. Give me the armor trim that I need. Be a good giant sea creature. I'll make your death nice and quick. Fuck you. I should have made your death slow and painful. Alright, give me the armor trim. Give me the armor trim. Give me the armor trim. Armor trim. Armor trim. What terrible RNG. We got it! Let's go! We got the Tide trim right after I started complaining. Whee! And now we need to trade for more quartz. My main concern right now is that we need a lot of leather armor, and I don't have a leather farm. Oh my god, this is way more leather than I expected. Let's get a nice brown shulker for all this. Okay, then in addition to this, we need probably around a shulker of iron, a bunch of copper for the air trims. I think the gold is right here. Perfect. Let's start with the air outfits, which I'm using gold for. Obviously, the air temples probably were not big fans of gold armor because they were monks, but this is a color closest to the like airbender robes, and I feel like that matters more. That looks sick. It actually matches the color scheme quite well. The copper almost feels like it pops out. Oh, it does pop out. Now for the water tribe sets, I want to use iron, and we want the Tide trim. You know, it just occurred to me that I probably should have organized these in the actual avatar cycle order, but we've placed a pretty good amount now, and there's zero chance I'm going to redo these. So if you think it's annoying that I did that wrong, leave me a comment. Now we can move on to the final part of this build. But real quick, I need to AFK at my firework factory. Right now, it's kinda just two separate farms that are right next to each other, but I think it would be really cool to automate it with an autocrafter, but that's just a future idea. Now that we have our fireworks, the first item we need is blackstone. So let's build a beacon in the nether. Getting all those items took quite a while, especially when I had to spend 30 minutes breaking bedrock just to get this stupid block that was blocking my beacon ray. But at least the hard part is done now, so let's go finish the build. It's hard to put into words the way it feels to finish a project like this. When each video takes months at a time, each one is like an era of my life. And during the production of this one, I moved about halfway across the US from New York to New Mexico. Thanks for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and creative expression. So now I'll leave you with a final montage of our creation.